Namaste, this is Mike Rosenkrantz of VSO, and welcome to another episode of Inspirations, the weekly Nepal TV show that brings you inspiring people working throughout Nepal. And today, we have many special guests. We've been holding a 3-day disability sports clinic at the Covered Hall in Kathmandu. And now we're going to meet with Raj Kumar Mahadran, who is the #1 wheelchair basketball coach in Nepal. Welcome. Thank you. Basically, who do you coach? Who are the guys that you coach in wheelchair
I coach
basketball?
all the teams here, like Army and Sports.
And what have we been doing over the past few days? What's been the purpose?
For the purpose of the international.
And so we're trying to build capacity, right? And how many players were here? Do you know?
60 players, yeah. All together, 60 players are here.
And both men and women.
Yes, men.
And why is it important to include both men and women to play?
It's important to we develop the women team and men team, yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. Wheelchair Athletes Worldwide has been here. They're a small NGO from America, and they've donated 11 sports wheelchairs to Nepal. The very first time that we have wheelchairs in Nepal, and you can see the kind of wheelchair that we're talking about. The wheels are kind of curved, so it makes it easy to move. And we're very grateful to Wheelchair Athletes Worldwide for donating these chairs. One of the recipients is a group called the Nepal Wheelchair Rugby Association. And Bharat Karki is the General Secretary. And welcome, Bharat.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us. So Bharat, tell us a little bit about this event that we've been holding for 3 days.
This has been the event for the people with disabilities. We are making an inclusive society. We are trying to make the inclusive society. We are also the parts of the society. We want to show the people that a disabled person can be like working all able people.
Why should persons with disability be able to play sports? How does it help persons with disabilities?
Sports is necessary for all the peoples, but in the case of disability people, it gives mentally satisfaction, physically it makes healthy. So we are working on the concept of rehab through sports also.
And what would you say are some of the long-term goals, for sports for wheelchair sports, or just for people with disability to be able to participate in sports? I mean, what would be our long-term kind of outlook, and what do we want to accomplish?
We are from the beginning, and we have tried to dream lots of things, because we are requested to the government to make infrastructure disabled friendly. Then where the people go their own and play their whatever they want.
Great. Thank you, Bharat.
Thank you.
We've had a range of wheelchair athletes participating, from very young to 11 years old up to probably people in their 40s. And we'd like to interview one of our younger athletes who is here from Bhaktapur. Namaste. Welcome. Can you tell us your name? And how old are you?
11 years old.
And why do you like playing basketball or football? Why is it fun? You're very happy. Kushi lagyo, huh? Why?
Very play, then very happy.
So when this is finished, will you play some more?
Yes.
Basketball, volleyball, football, everything. That's so good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, this 3-day event that we've held for disability sports has been about partnership. The government has participated through the National Sports Council. We've had corporates participate and NGOs. One of the groups that participated is the International College of Hospitality Management. They provided meals for all 3 days for about 100 people, which is an incredible job. This was all done in kind. And Suresh Thapa is here with us. Thank you, Suresh. Can you tell us a little bit about what this event has meant for you? And you had a number of students volunteering, is that right?
ICHM Nepal, who has participated in this program, they feel very proud for the people who are not like as the normal people. They are very eager and they really wanted to do something for the disabled people, and they are really happy. And they said in coming future also, if this kind of programs runs, they are really wanted to do this kind of work. They said.
So you had a number of students volunteering, right?
Okay.
How many?
Total number of students volunteer is we have 10 students.
10 students.
They all are from the second semester and fourth semester as well. So like we have total number of 10 students. They're working and they are doing a very hard job and very good. And for the continuously working for like 12 and 13 hours and for 3 days, this is an incredible job they are doing.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Ideas behind these clinics and tournament is to help build more capacity in Nepal. But that means that we need to train more coaches because there are a number of areas where persons with disabilities live throughout Kathmandu. What we did then is we partnered with a group called Engage. It's a very new Nepali NGO, and they are trying to help create more volunteers in society. And we have the president of Engage with us, Kapana Gurung. Kapana? Namaste. Thanks. So what is Engage trying to do in Nepal?
Engage is basically trying to promote the volunteerism, and especially in the Nepali society with the young Nepali students, or even like young Nepali working group.
So how many volunteers did you have for this event?
Especially for this particular like wheelchair basketball, we do have 5 volunteers.
And what, beside coming to this event, then what will happen after?
After this event, like after this 3 days events, our volunteers are going to coach the wheelchair potential players, basketball players. So they are going to coach like once in a week, mostly Saturday and Sunday and on Fridays.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
One of the main initiators of this event has been Wheelchair Athletes Worldwide. They're a small NGO in the western part of the States. And what they were able to do is donate 11 sports wheelchairs for the very first time in Nepal. And a world-class athlete who is here with us is Greg Hawkinsmith. Welcome, Greg.
Thank you.
Good. So tell us a little bit about Wheelchair Athletes Worldwide and how it came to be.
Wheelchair Athletes Worldwide was founded by a close friend of mine named Peter Hughes, who's also a wheelchair basketball player. And his desire was to gather 3 other guys that also whose lives were greatly enhanced through sport. And they have reached this part in their lives that was very successful outside of sport, and we're prepared to give back and find places like Nepal and India and other countries where the opportunity is not there.
And this is your second project, is that right?
This is our second project.
And what did you do in your first project?
The first project, we donated 12 sports chairs to 2 locations in India. The first was in Delhi at a school named MR Jyoti, which was it's an integrated school. It's fully integrated with half disabled students and able-bodied students. We saw video on the internet with a bunch of kids playing wheelchair basketball on like 50-pound wheelchairs, and in an area that is depressed in such a way that disabled individuals aren't getting opportunities. We saw these efforts and wanted to come enhance that. And so we did a 3-day camp there. And while we were in India, there's a small coastal town where a disabled individual was down there and getting sports started in quad rugby, and we did a small clinic down there as well.
And what kinds of sports do you actually participate in?
Yes, my start in wheelchair sports was basketball over 24 years ago. Since then, I've become a cyclist. My sport of choice is actually the sport of cycling. I've raced hand cycles, which is arm-powered bikes, for many years. I've raced overseas. I've done ultra-distance events that were 200 miles plus, and also off-road riding. And we've done some mountain bike climbing, and so I've actually climbed Mount Fuji, and I'm quite peaked at coming back here and doing some base camp stuff.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Absolutely. Pleasure.
Including the president, Dan. Dan, welcome.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks. So what was the purpose of coming here?
Well, our purpose to come here was to donate 11 sports chairs to an NGO in Kathmandu and put on a couple of day clinic and show people how to use the chairs and how we play wheelchair basketball.
And how has the 3 days gone? I mean, what do you feel that you've accomplished? Have you built some capacity, do you feel, in some of the wheelchair athletes?
I think the best way is that from day 1 to day 3, what we saw was a dramatic change in the reaction of the people that were involved. And I'm talking about individuals that probably weren't on a team, that were coming out for the first or second time. And to see their smiles, their passion, their intensity, their interest in what was going on, and the fact that they were pushing themselves and trying harder and sweating and falling and getting up, those are wonderful things.
What difference will 11 sports wheelchairs make in helping persons with disabilities in Nepal to play sports?
Well, we hope quite a bit. Our agenda, our goal was not that 11 chairs were going to make all the difference in the world. I thought that was by donating the 11 chairs, that might somehow be a start for things to get better and grow and improve. Our thought was that the 11 chairs could contribute and add to the ability for an adaptive sports program to start and or continue. That having another 11 chairs might allow another 15 or 20 or 25 people at different points to participate in basketball or football or rugby or whatever the sport is that you guys are going to do.
And what kind of sports do you participate in back in the U.S.?
I'm primarily involved in wheelchair basketball. On my own time, I do some weightlifting, some swimming, but my competitive sport is basketball.
And now you grew up with polio, right?
Yes, I got polio at the age of a year and a half.
And that hasn't stopped you at all in participating in sports or whatever you want to do in the U.S.?
No, I mean, look, there's always a restriction when you're disabled. There's things that you can't do, but there's so many things that you can do. And the fact that I have a certain disability that makes me walk a funny way or may not be able to make me run or do some other things, there's so many other things that I can do, and absolutely not. From my end, it's relatively simple. I have what I have, and I'm going to try to maximize it and do as much with it as I can.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you. Is that okay?